Welcome everybody to this week's recipe. We are going to be making a bicolor sweet corn chowder, and then we're going to be using some of our Flat Creek natural rind cheddar to put on top. So it's real simple. I'm going to show you real quick so you get an idea. I got a pan on. I'm going to put some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons. Get that going over medium-high heat. I'm just going to dice an onion real quick, 1 medium onion. Just going to take the root, slice the root, but keep it intact. Okay, we'll cut in half. Peel. Okay, then we're gonna do a fine dice. Okay, now we're gonna go crossways. About 3 times. Then we're just gonna cut down. You just want those fine little cubes right there like that. We're going to look for about a cup of this. So depending on the size of your onion, you only need to do about a cup. So this might be good right here, 1/2. Okay, we're going to throw that into the pot. Okay, we're going to cook this about 4 minutes, get it nice and soft, stirring. While that's going, we can go ahead and cut the celery stalk. What you want to do is, we're looking for about a 1/2 cup. I kind of just cut strips, like so. And then I go real fine. And we're looking for about a 1/2 cup, roughly. That looks good. We'll give the onions a stir. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and add the celery to the onions. I'm going to let this cook for about 3 minutes, get everything nice and soft, and then we'll move on with the next step. Okay, so we got our onions and celery good to go. So now we're going to add our spices. We're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of ground coriander, ¼ teaspoon of cumin, then we're going to add an 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, give that a stir. We're going to turn up the heat to a good medium-high. Give that a mix. So now you can smell all the spices. You got your base flavor ready to go. Now we're going to add a 1/2 cup of white wine. And we're going to let that cook out for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so you can see the wine is almost evaporated. We cooked out the alcohol. Just going to move that aside a second. Now we're just going to dice our 3 potatoes, which I've already peeled. We're just going to cut them in slices. And I kind of just stack them up and cube them. Just like that. We're going to add that to the pot. To that, I'm going to bring it back on the heat. 2 cups of chicken stock. 1, 2, 1 cup of milk. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. I'm going to turn up the heat, going to bring it to a boil. Once we get it to the boil, you want to skim any foam that comes to the top. You want to skim that off, reduce the heat, and bring it down to a simmer. And then we're going to cook that about 15 minutes until the potatoes are just tender. So as you can see, I just got it to a boil, and you can see some of that foam that comes up. So just take a spoon and scoop it out. It's nothing bad. Okay, now we're just going to turn it down to a simmer. Let that go until it's nice and tender, about 15 minutes. Okay, we got our potatoes nice and tender. Now we're going to get the corn kernels off the cob. And then we're going to add that to it, which I have a bowl. This will catch all the kernels, a little trick we used in the restaurant. Put a ramekin upside down inside the bowl, corn on top, and slice down. No mess, falls right into the bowl. We're looking for 3 to 3.5 cups. You can save this and use this for stock. If you need to. Alright, so 1 more. Okay, so we got about 3 cups. Which we're going to add to this. We're going to cook it about 3 to 4 minutes until the corn gets nice and tender. Then we're going to pull it off the heat. Okay, so we're going to remove the pot from the heat. The corn's nice and tender. We're going to take out a couple cups and we're going to puree them. And we're going to add it back to the soup, chowder. And I'm going to use a handheld mixer, blender, or you can use a food processor, whatever you like. Puree it up. Okay, we're going to add the puree back to the chowder. We're going to season with salt and pepper. I'm going to use white pepper. You can use black pepper. If you do use the white pepper, be careful, it goes a long way. Alright. So we're going to mix that up. And we're going to go into the bowl. ladle's there. Now we're going to top this with some cheddar cheese. I'm using the Flat Creek Lodge Natural Ryan cheddar, which we still have available. Just going to cut a wedge off of that. Take my grater. Go ahead and grate. Okay, we're going to sprinkle the cheddar on top. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And we're going to garnish with some fresh herbs, some thyme and oregano. Okay, there you have it. A simple corn chowder using some potatoes, that fresh, sweet, bicolor corn, and using that beautiful natural rind white cheddar. It's a great combination. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you next week with the next recipe.